Hello all, good evening. Asathoma Sadgamaya. From ignorance, lead to truth. Asathoma Sadgamaya. So, these episodes are rather intended to drive us all including me, towards the path of truth. And what is truth? That which we know for ourselves. We know ourselves what truth is, what an untruth is, what a lie is. And then welcome you all to this fourth part of our discourse on the topic of towards human enrichment. While these talks are intended mainly for the students of ninth class and above, I welcome other students of upper classes, the parents of the students, and other elders in the society to kindly listen to these few words and, if possible, come back with their responses, criticism, comments, suggestions, etc. As usual, I am Ramchandra Nanduri from Hyderabad. My mobile number is 9949188444, 9949188444. You can WhatsApp me on this number. And because of certain health conditions, I may not be able to talk very loudly, but I'll try to do my best to be audible to you. Kindly pardon me if I am causing you any inconvenience. Now, today I would like to talk about courage. Having courage. Courage is of two types: physical courage, moral courage. If somebody has fallen into a river and is drowning, if another person jumps in to save that man, he is having physical courage. We need physical courage to climb mountains, to take part in running races, athletics, etc. We need physical courage, that is, we believe in our physical shapes and strengths to face the difficulties, cross the hurdles, and attain success. So, physical courage is this part. And second is moral courage. Moral courage is the most difficult part, which comes only out of character. In order to say about this, I will give you 2-3 instances for you to understand. 3 people are climbing the Everest. Suddenly the weather changes to a very bad extent, and it is very difficult to go further up. And at the same time, they have come so far that they can't turn back. They have to move. If they stand still, they'll be covered with snow in no time. They will lose their lives. So they'll have to brave the weather and climb. So all these 3 people are climbing in a single line, single file, one behind the other, etc. And the first man, being a physically strong person, he is leading with making way, which will be easier for others to follow. Suddenly it happens that in all this slow and blizzard, to find the other man, to see the other man ahead is difficult task, a healthy Herculean task. But as they go on climbing, based on the footsteps, traces of the footsteps of the earlier man, the second man comes across the first man who has fallen down. He couldn't climb anymore. He falls down and lying on the snow. The second man sees it, shrugs his shoulders, and goes ahead without doing anything. The third man who follows them sees the first man falling down, lying down, and then he thinks for 1 or 2 minutes whether to do anything to stop, to proceed further, or to carry this person. However, he decides that he'll carry the fallen man on his back, whatever it is, as far as he could carry, he will take the fallen man along with him to the top. So with great struggle, effort, he puts him on his back and goes ahead. So ultimately, he reaches the top and then slowly takes some rest. And even by that time, the fallen man has not come back to consciousness. He's still unconscious. So the third man starts climbing down along with the unconscious first man on his back. On his way back, he finds the second person lying dead in the snow. That person has gone to the top and was returning to the base camp, but he couldn't stand any more the weather's effects and he's dead. The third man covers him with snow, puts a small flag there, offers a little prayer, and carries down with the first man on his back and reaches the base camp safely. Here, the third man has moral courage. More than the physical courage, he has got moral courage. And can you understand in what way it helped him? Because he was carrying the first man on his back, there was friction between the two bodies. And warmth, heat was being generated, which ultimately saved them both. The friction between the two bodies has generated some sort of heat. Unknowingly, they couldn't withstand the weather and came down safely. This is moral courage. Supposing the students, if you are partaking in a race, running race in the school, you are sure that you are going to be the first or second person getting the prize. Around 10, 15 people or 20 people, let us say, are running side by side. And you are almost in the first or second position in the lead. You are sure of a place on the podium, but about 50 meters from the finishing line, you see your friend or your competitor slipping and falling down. What will you do? Will you go ahead or will you stop, help the fallen comrade, colleague, friend, competitor to his feet and try to take him to safety if he is hurt? Yes, you may lose the race, but do you know how many hearts you will be winning that day for your gesture of helping a man in need, a fellow competitor? This needs moral courage. This is moral courage. And this moral courage comes out of character and it builds further on it. Moral courage is out of some moral living, some moral thoughts. What is moral? That which is appreciated, which is righteous, which is helpful, not only for this, for me or for you, but for the entire humanity. So, having this sort of human moral courage is a sign of a good human being flourishing in this world. Physical courage, definitely we have to have in order to cross many hurdles. But if you couple that with moral courage, you will have much more satisfactory and successful life, and then you will be able to gather the praise, the good wishes, the applause of all the society with you. You will be a role model for the society, and not only that, not for the society or the world, but for you itself. It gives you so much of self-satisfaction, a satisfaction that, okay, I lost the race, but I helped a friend. I helped my fellow competitor, not only a friend, but a person who is in competition with you. To help that person without any animosity, without any grudge, is you are conquering your own selfish thoughts, isn't it? That means you are respecting your competitors. That they are just for the sake of a race, not for life. So, this is the concept and the benefits of having moral courage too, along with physical courage. I hope you think about this deeply and remember, I'm waiting for your responses. Right? Tama Soma Jyothirgamaya. Let's travel towards path of light. Thank you all.